I am delighted to welcome all of those watching to the world premiere of the new Porsche Panamera.
Our absolute all-rounder. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the Porsche Panamera. It drives like a sports car while at the same time offering all the advantages of an exclusive saloon. That is what has always made this vehicle stand out from the rest. We have now taken the Panamera even further in terms of performance, comfort, and design. Our goal is always to be the best in class, and in the area of sportiness in particular. The new Panamera Turbo S with 630 PS represents a significant leap in performance. For greater comfort, the chassis now has a new setup, among other things. This increases cornering stability, for example, and we have sharpened the design once more in very specific areas, with great effect. With the Panamera 4 SE Hybrid, we are extending the model range with an additional powerful hybrid variant. At Porsche, we combine electric mobility with performance. That is what our customers expect. The battery is now much more powerful than in previous hybrid models. This allows us to achieve a significantly higher purely electric range with an increase of up to 30%. By 2025, it is likely that every second Porsche will leave the production line with an electric or hybrid drive. And I am quite sure that this will include a large number of Panamera models.
Thank you, Mr. Blume, for these insights. What do you personally like most about the Panamera?
First of all, I like the aesthetics of the vehicle, and then of course its versatility. And on longer journeys in particular, I really appreciate the comfort it offers. Then there is its sportiness, naturally. The Panamera would not be a Porsche if it did not have such driving dynamics. And that is always something that we make particularly measurable at Porsche. Our test driver Lars Kern recently drove the car at the Nürburgring and showed what the new Panamera is capable of.
Wow, what an achievement. Fantastic.
Yes, congratulations to Lars Kern. That is really outstanding. But it also shows what the new Panamera is capable of. Best in class. That is the standard at Porsche.
That's probably exactly what Porsche fans dream about, this driving experience.
Yes, the driving experience and driving dynamics form a common bond for us Porsche drivers, and not just owners, but those who are perhaps dreaming of buying a Porsche in the future. Those hoping to fulfill their dream of owning and driving a sports car.
And can the new Panamera fulfill this dream?
Absolutely. The Panamera combines everyday usability with aesthetic design. It embodies this sportiness, but also the pioneering spirit. When we entered this segment around 10 years ago, it was a very courageous step for us. We did not invent the sports saloon, but we made a Porsche out of it. Particularly important for us was the fact that we were able to reach new customer groups and also open up new markets, such as China.
The Panamera is very popular in China. What does that mean exactly?
China is now our largest single market. The start of this year was particularly affected by the coronavirus crisis. The market is now recovering, and we can say that Porsche is now almost back at the level of the previous year again.
Thank you, Mr. Blume, for now. Timo Bernhard will now show us how it is possible to get the maximum amount of sportiness out of the Panamera. He has already been out on a test drive.
I'm having great fun here on Porsche's own racetrack in Leipzig. This is also where the Panamera is built. I'm sitting in the brand new Porsche Panamera Turbo S, braking into the first chicane on the start-finish straight, and I can already feel how precisely the car steers and how it follows my steering input exactly. It really is great fun. The new Panamera Turbo S achieves the perfect balancing act between an exclusive saloon and a sports car. The fact that the new Panamera feels so at home on the racetrack is due above all to the optimized chassis systems. When I brake here, you can feel how stable the vehicle is, and yet it still steers incredibly well into the bend. The newly applied adaptive shock absorbers, the roll stabilization system, and the 3-chamber air suspension system make the car even more precise when turning in, and it's noticeable. It really is fantastic. They want me to come into the pits now, but I think I'll drive another 2 or 3 laps.
Welcome to the studio, Timo. Seems like you had a lot of fun.
Yes, it was a fantastic experience. It was great fun to drive the new Panamera Turbo S, and I can still feel the adrenaline rush.
Among others, that is the fault of Thomas Freemuth, Vice President for the Panamera product line.
Yes, I'm very happy to take the blame. In the end, it is the perfect interplay of all the vehicle's components and systems that make up the characteristics of the Panamera. And in terms of the performance that you experienced, we have enhanced the chassis systems and optimized all the control systems in the vehicle. We also have new tires, new steering, and much more powerful drive systems in some cases.
Yeah, and all that in really great packaging.
Yes, you're right about the packaging. We developed a completely new front section for the Turbo S. And all the other models will have the sport design front end in the future. There are also new wheels and new colors, and I am particularly proud of our new rear end. We have designed the taillight cluster so that it has a much more pronounced 3D look. And we have also succeeded in achieving continuous illumination of the light strip.
Let's move on to another topic. Because hybrid is not a compromise at Porsche, we use the electric motor for maximum efficiency and range, but it's still a performance tool. I myself enjoyed numerous successes in motorsports during the 919 hybrid program, both in the World Championship and also at Le Mans, and I'm a great fan of this technology. The new Panamera and Cayenne models have also been designed with e-performance in mind. Is that a strategy that Porsche will continue with in the future?
Absolutely. We are convinced that our e-performance strategy is the right one and continue to put our faith in plug-in hybrids. For example, there is now the new Panamera 4S e-hybrid in which we have put together a new driveline. From the 2.9-liter V6 biturbo engine and the electric motor, we now achieve a system output of 560 PS and a maximum torque of 750 Newton-meters.
And what about the range?
Yes, the range. We are also using a new high-voltage battery in the new Panamera, now with a capacity of 17.9 kilowatt-hours. This means that we are able to increase the range by up to 30% compared with the previous Panamera model. And we have also further optimized the driving modes. After all, the goal is to further improve and enhance the electric driving experience.
I also noticed something else in Leipzig. I think I was holding a new steering wheel in my hands. Is that true?
Yes, that's right. Together with the new steering, we are also introducing a new steering wheel generation in the Panamera, which I think is attractively integrated in the overall interior design. We also have a new sport chrono clock for customers who want to enhance and personalize their vehicle further. This new analog clock comes from Porsche Design. A matching chronograph for the wrist is also available from Porsche Design. Overall, there is a new interior. We have modernized all the displays. We have new displays, new display contents, and new functions. The online connectivity of the new Panamera has also been significantly improved. As you can tell, I really am impressed by the new Panamera.
Many thanks to the experts. Sports car, premium saloon, hybrid pioneer. It's another strong performance by the Panamera, Mr. Blume.
Yes, there is no doubt about that. The Panamera is now even smarter, even more exclusive, and even sportier. The Panamera has always been successful due to its unique positioning in the segment. The Panamera is the sports car among saloons. And it is particularly important for us to always reinvent ourselves, to follow new paths. Porsche has always remained Porsche only because it has always changed.
Thanks a lot, Oliver Blume. That was the world premiere of the new Porsche Panamera. For those wanting to find out more, we have prepared 4 clips with details about the drive, chassis, e-performance, and design. Have fun and see you soon.
We have appreciably increased the power of the V8 engine with an additional 80 PS and 50 Newton meters more torque, which results in a total power output of 630 PS and an impressive maximum torque of 820 Newton meters. Thanks to this large increase in power, the Panamera Turbo S completes the sprint from 0 to 100 km per hour in just 3.1 seconds. The new 4-liter V8 bi-turbo engine has been fundamentally optimized for the Panamera Turbo S. The crankshaft drive in particular has been greatly reinforced. The crankshaft, connecting rods, pistons, timing chain drive, and also the vibration damper have all been modified. All these measures serve to make it possible to increase the cylinder pressure to 125 bar in order to generate the additional power. And there are also the turbochargers, which feature an optimized turbine layout and which have been specifically enhanced to ensure that sufficient air is supplied to the combustion chambers. Again, we have optimized the sports exhaust system in order to clearly underline the sound characteristics of the V8 engine. This has been achieved by an asymmetrical internal design of the rear silencers. We followed 2 goals when developing the new Panamera GTS. On the one hand, increasing the power output, and on the other, creating a much more emotive driving experience. We achieved the first goal by increasing the power output to 480 PS. And then, in order to achieve the emotive element of the GTS, we modeled the power characteristics on those of a naturally aspirated engine. This means that the power increases at a constant rate up to almost maximum engine speed. Porsche is also systematically following its e-performance strategy with the new Panamera 4SE Hybrid. The 4SE Hybrid has a system power of 560 PS and an impressive maximum torque of 750 Newton meters. The heart of the drivetrain, the 136 PS electric motor, works together with the 440 PS 2.9-liter V6 bi-turbo engine.
Through optimization of the chassis systems, it was possible to significantly increase driving comfort. At the same time, it was possible to further improve the already exceptional handling. The traction, stability, agility, and braking performance of the new Panamera remain without doubt the benchmark in the top saloon category. It has mainly been possible to increase driving comfort by modifying the individual chassis mounts as well as the engine mounts, and also by optimizing the chassis setup. Highlights here include the PASM adaptive damping control system and the 3-chamber air springs. In addition, we have also revamped the optionally available active roll stabilization system to achieve more body stability and control. The new Panamera Turbo S represents the best possible balance of performance and comfort. The significantly increased engine power is transferred to the road efficiently and effortlessly by the standard chassis systems. In Sport and Sport Plus modes, the Turbo S can fully show off its strengths, among other things due to the adapted all-wheel drive control and application of the rear differential lock. The Turbo S is without doubt the benchmark in the premium saloon segment. The steering in the new Panamera has been further improved by the adoption of the steering algorithms from the 911 Carrera models. This adaptation further enhances steering feel for greater precision and even better driver feedback. Relevant information about the state of the road and driving conditions of the car is passed on. Unwanted information and disturbances are eliminated. The tires provide direct contact with the road surface and have been revamped with respect to comfort, rolling resistance, and performance. For the first time, a sports tire will be available for the Panamera as an option. The focus for this 21-inch tire was clearly on maximum grip and improved balance. The tread design and rubber compound permit high lateral acceleration and therefore high cornering speeds. Outstanding braking performance is a core competency of Porsche and is therefore a main design focus for every new model. In order to ensure best-in-class braking performance, the brakes and brake control systems have been adapted accordingly in the new Panamera. The racetrack-proven PCCB brakes with their ceramic composite brake discs are traditionally installed as standard on the Turbo S models. The Panamera offers an impressive blend of comfort and performance like no other car. Genuine sports car performance in combination with excellent driving comfort. This is my personal highlight of the new Panamera.
The foundation for this hybrid strategy was laid by the 918 Spider, the Porsche super sports car. We then refined this technology in motorsport, especially in the 919 hybrid project, and underlined its potential through numerous successes at Le Mans and in the World Championship. The focus there was above all on energy recuperation and the brake feel through the pedal. The ultimate proof of this technology was the 919 Evo's record lap on the Nürburgring Nordschleife. I have some very good memories of that. It was a performance achieved not in spite of the hybrid drive, but because of it.
The completely newly designed Panamera 4SE Hybrid has a system power of 560 PS and an impressive maximum torque of 750 Newton-meters. The heart of the drivetrain, its 136 PS electric motor, works together with the 440 PS 2.9-liter V6 bi-turbo engine.
An important development goal for the Panamera 4SE Hybrid was increasing the power output of its high-voltage battery, which is 17.9 kilowatts per hour now, up from the previous 14.1 kilowatts per hour. The Panamera now has more energy to call upon during dynamic driving situations and benefits from a longer all-electric range in everyday use. Battery capacity has been increased by just under 30% while keeping the same luggage compartment volume.
The brake energy recuperation system in the 4SE Hybrid has also been fine-tuned. The control precision and feedback of the electronic brake booster have been further improved, and the interaction of recuperative and mechanical braking is now even more harmonious.
In order to make the 4SE Hybrid as efficient as possible, we have optimized the driving modes and also specifically improved the energy recuperated during braking. In hybrid auto mode, the system takes the route into account and recuperates energy during cross-country driving so that the car can be driven electrically in urban areas. The maximum charging capacity is 7.2 kilowatts in e-charge mode, 9 kilowatts in sport mode, and 12 kilowatts in Sport Plus mode.
Porsche is consistently pursuing an e-performance strategy, and this offering is extended once more with the new Panamera 4SE Hybrid. The all-electric driving experience and the electric range are significantly enhanced again by a more powerful battery and a new operating strategy.
Almost all the new Panamera models will receive the Sport Design front end, apart from the Turbo S. On the Turbo S, its identifying features have been emphasized even more. Its side air intakes have a much more striking design, and its center air intake is also more pronounced. And without doubt, the most obvious and eye-catching feature is the front light module, which we can see here. These front lights have a very distinctive basic design element, namely this interrupted C. Another very attractive feature of these lights is that the closer you get, the more you can see of the details that have been incorporated. The design plays with the lines we have here, which are frosted and also partly create a crystalline, glass-like appearance. Very high quality, very solid glass bodies. That is premium for me. As you approach the car, you discover a new detail with every step, which simply creates a feeling of pleasure. We have designed 3 new wheels for the new Panamera. This is the new turbo wheel, one of the 10 different wheel designs you can now choose from. We've also redesigned the diffuser on the rear apron. It is now much sportier and indeed more distinctive than on the last generation. At the rear, the highlight is without doubt the new taillight module. We now have a continuous light strip across the entire width of the luggage compartment lid. There is no longer a separation joint in the middle. And with the new exterior contours, which have become much more elegant, we have greatly enhanced the integration of the car in the current product range. From further away, we have a very clear graphic appearance. There are these fine brush strokes, these black lines, which we have extended here into the outer areas. Alongside the brand identity that we create with the light strip, we can also see the product identity of the new Panamera. This is something that immediately catches the eye. It can only be the Panamera. It cannot be any other model from Porsche. In the same way as we did with the front light, we have also paid attention to creating a solid glass look for the tail light. In other words, we have ensured that this elegant solid glass material is reflected in the geometry. This can be seen very clearly in these distortions, reflections that pass through. It is similar to when you swirl a beautiful glass of red wine. It is something very refined, very elegant, and something that I think is an excellent match for this class of vehicle. The turn indicator consists of this main function, this powerful strip here at the top, and a trim with aura lines. We have come up with something new for Porsche Exclusive Manufaktur. A three-dimensional dot pattern is available here, which we have named hexadots. This gives the entire light a completely different detail look. The most eye-catching detail of the exclusive light is, without doubt, the different design of the light cover. We have taken out the red component and have incorporated a darkened smoke element. This creates a look that is typical of our exclusive lights. Another feature is the coming home and leaving home function. In other words, we have an animation in the taillight as part of this exclusive light. The interior of the new Panamera builds on the architecture of its predecessor. Tidy, classic, elegant. There are new equipment variants, and we also have a new generation of multifunction steering wheels in the car. These are inspired by motorsports, lightweight construction, a very large number of cutouts, and wonderful technical details. For the Sport Chrono package, there is a clock by Porsche Design, which references the Porsche Design sports chronographs from the 1970s. Black look, metal hands, super luminova coating. We have a true chronograph look here. Wristwatches to match are also available.
Subscribe now to UCar, a point of reference for car fans since 2010.